First of all, I just want to make it clear, I have no idea whether Moira Whelan is eminently qualified judge, as is alleged by the Taoiseach, by Enda Kenny and indeed by Brendan Howlin. But neither have any idea that she's not, as alleged by Micheál Martin and Jim Callaghan. And on one level, I don't think it really matters to most ordinary people out there, because I think most people are sceptical of the concept of eminence in judicial matters. And neither do most of us know whether proper procedure was followed, but we do know that the Taoiseach has said that this was all legal. Whether it was right or not is another matter entirely, and whether it was done because she was suited to, or like all such appointments made, that the person in question was so close to those in power that she knows and that those in power don't know. You can see from that proximity to those in power and the loyalty that she gives to her own class. And just like previous Fianna Fáil appointees to high positions, either as Attorney-Generals or as judges, she has shown herself to be reliable and loyal to those who appoint her. And loyalty and reliability seem to be the only explanation for her contradictory evidence to the Fennelly inquiry. Now, just like Harry Whelan, for example, in the past, who was appointed by Fianna Fáil, she has shown her willingness to criminalise women. Harry Whelan stopped women trying to control their own bodily autonomy by... Could I
just remind the House, you and anyone else who might wish to intervene, that the statements this evening are on procedure for the nomination of the appointment to the judiciary. And that's what it's about. So we have to have regard to the separation of powers, and I would ask this deputy and any other deputy to refrain from naming individuals.
Okay, a previously eminent AG interned a 14-year-old rape victim, and this current AG, about whom the controversy is,
you're trying to circumvent, and I would ask you to respect the rules of the
I am making a political point, Ceann Comhairle, and that political point is that there are similarities between them in how they've treated women in particular, and this previous AG inserted a 14-year sentence into the recent legislation for women who take an abortion pill. And those are parallels that matter. And there are also parallels in how a previous Fianna Fáil appointee prevented a previous TD called Ray Burke from giving evidence to the Beef Tribunal, and in this era...
I've just reminded you that you shouldn't name names. That's all.
I am stating facts. This is historical facts that amount to a political point. And the political point... These are historical facts that amount to a political point. You cannot dispute the facts. Whether I say them in this House or not, people out there know that they are facts. I'm making a parallel between the appointment made by the previous government and Fianna Fáil of Attorney-Generals, and that the quality that they contain for both sides of the House is that they're loyal to their class and they're loyal to the people in power. And they stay quiet and they stay dumb when that is required of them. And that is not to suggest that there's anything improper about that behaviour, but at best it's incompetent and at best it's dishonest to the people of this country. And it gives an explanation as to why every time there's a kerfuffle inside this Parliament, to a degree that it might bring down a government, it's about such an appointment, because that appointment is very, very important to a government. It can provide cover, and it can also provide the secrecy that's required. So, in the few minutes I've left, because a lot of my minutes were taken, I have a suggestion as to how this might be resolved, and it can be resolved this way. Can the newly appointed judge, Moira Whelan, give evidence to the Charlton inquiry? If she can't, then I would suggest that she steps down from her new appointment so that she's in a position to be interviewed by that inquiry and to get to the bottom of the smear campaign against whistleblowers and the unexplained loss of mobile phones. Any evidence that she might give would then be worth holding up her appointment. Having cleared all that up, she can go back to being an eminent judge, like all the other eminent judges that Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael appoint, to ensure that the law is served in this country according to them. Justice, alas, Ceann Comhairle, is another matter.
For my good deputy, we now move on.